Power strike, shut everything down on my end. I try to do as pit stop as possible and get it back up quickly. VR, we still here?
Still with you.
All right. So I do apologize to the viewers. I hope nobody mad at me, and we get some of these viewers back. But all right, looks like nothing has changed since our last since our interruption. No, MX is up front now.
Not too much. Yeah,
MX is up
MX
front.
out front. They
Now,
both cleared their pits.
The question was that based off of, was that a pit stop strategy thing, or was that error, like a mistake type of thing?
That was a pit strategy. There was a minor error on JP's part, but I mean, he's been flawless. I think that gave MX enough room, and that opened up enough space for MX to sneak in with his pit and then collect first.
Now, here's the thing. Can MX hold this for the next 18 minutes? Can he? Now we're gonna see how well. I told you, neither one of these guys go under pressure like that. It's hard to put these two guys under pressure, but can two really good fast drivers put each other under pressure? Does that make a difference?
Well, I think they can, and I think they will. You know, JP being behind MX, MX being behind JP, you know, they've been putting the pressure on each other.
Yeah.
You know, for the last 17 minutes here, they're both on fresh tires. So it's gonna come down to lap time and consistency.
Absolutely. And it looks like everyone but Drew and Shark have not did their pit stops yet.
Yep, still waiting on Drew, still waiting on Shark Attack to come in. But that's okay, you know, with the Ferraris, I feel like you can go a long time without pitting. There's so much control and electronics that you can go a while.
I think so too, man. I think so too. And I do apologize. I lost power there, and I had to come back as fast as possible. I think I did my pit stop 3-minute thing. Then I got it back up in time. So, but nonetheless, within that amount of time, MX was now in 1, and JP's at 2. So MX is running faster times than our 127. So it looks like his tires are looking really good, and JP's at a 128. So, yeah.
And I want to mention one thing. You know, your power surge was actually quicker than most of the mechanics in the game.
Right, you ain't lying. Ain't that some shit? That's weird.
Yeah, you recovered real quick.
Man, bro, that was my dumbass fault. I'm not even gonna talk about it, man. But right now, MX is running a TC3 and an ABS2. So I mean, that's low settings. So at this point, I believe it lets the car slide a lot better. He could push it better, in my opinion.
Yeah, agreed.
I mean, you got 15 minutes here, and you have JP behind you. So that's enough pressure in itself right there. So for the next 15 minutes, it's consistency and focusedness, because you got JP right closing in behind you.
Yep. Exactly. I'm actually in JP's car right now, and I see that he is actually on a strategy of 3 ABS, 4 traction control, and he's running 1 engine map. So he's giving all of it right now.
Yeah. And Ram is right there in 3rd. Like I told you, I said if Ram could do this P3, definitely, but he's definitely might be able to take that 2 from JP if he stays consistent right here. I mean, he's doing everything right now, and he's catching that slipstream. I don't know if he's getting close enough there, but Ram is right there. I mean, yeah, he's close.
I mean, and Ram was one of my sleeper drivers. You know, because he was he started in 5th or 6th?
Somewhere around there, I believe it was.
Mid-pack, and you know, he's made his pits well. Very little issues on track. You know, and he is he's breathing down JP's neck right now.
Absolutely. And JP had a great race. I mean, he led it for the 10 laps that I said, so I was right there. Man, I wish we had this Dude, we have. I put together this fantasy, like kind of like fantasy football type of. I don't know if you play fantasy football, but it's kind of like a fantasy football type of thing, but in the racing atmosphere.
Oh yeah.
And I tell you what, man, if that would have been in effect right now, I definitely would have got some points for that JP 10 lap thing. That's for sure.
That was a good call too. I mean, he's been running strong.
But the thing was, it was very important for him to get a good start, because I mean MX was right beside him. So it was the only reason I said that was because JP was on the inside on the grid to start it. So that was a big advantage in my opinion JP had to get that one to maintain those 10 laps with the speed. But Ram, man, he's looking really nice. This Nissan responded very well for him today.
Very well, you know, and actually I'm noticing that every lap he takes, he's just inching closer to JP right now.
So it looks like
really putting on the pressure.
Absolutely, because MX looks like he ran away with this thing. He's has almost a 9-second gap on JP and Ram, because Ram and JP are battling it out right now. So I'm gonna stay right here with this battle for the next 13 minutes as Ram looks to take 2 from JP.
Any mistake, they just, JP needs to run his race, be consistent. All 3 front runners have cleared their pits.
That chicane was so important right there. Oh my gosh.
Very.
But you know what? If Ram can keep doing what he's doing, he has a great opportunity here to take that P2.
Agreed. He's set himself up very well to take P2, just sneak it out from JP. And here comes Shark Attack.
Yeah, Shark.
Coming out of the pits. Oh, MX just spun! What happened?
I see?
Yeah. He spun out in turn 1 and went into the grass. It's that consistency that's one minor mistake
and right now we're back in contention. That's all JP needed. And with 11 minutes left, that helped JP a lot there, and Ram as well, because Ram and JP are not consistently battling for 2. And if they're able to get that much closer to MX, then this may be a battle for 1 between those 3. So things changed in the last 11 minutes. So stay tuned, folks.
Yep.
Stay tuned, because this whole thing just changed in the last 3 minutes.
Yeah, you know, and then I'm thinking, if you know, just speaking on Ram specifically, get comfortable behind JP, because we all know JP's fast, Ram is fast. You keep keeping draft behind JP, you're going to position both of yourself and JP to overtake MX, or at least put each other in contention.
Absolutely, man.
You don't want to slow each other down.
Absolutely. Like I said, I'm not sure how the Audi's tires are going right now, because that grass might have affected some of the tire pressures on the MX on MX right now. High Peoples let the battles continue, and you see JP and JP and Ram driver battling out back there. So let's go ahead and go see how closer JP is to MX. But I tell you, Ram driver.
Oh, go ahead.
Ram driver's right down his neck, man. I'm telling you. But JP is also has the opportunity to close in on MX. There's only a 7-second gap, and MX is within sight. I mean, he can see him in on the windshield there. Yeah. I mean, he's just turning now.
After that little spin out, actually MX was able to put a 3-second extra gap in between him and JP. So I mean, he's rapid, but you just got to be consistent. Absolutely.
And JP and Ram, man, these guys, fuck, man, they are arguing right now, man. Jesus.
They're trading blows right now.
They are going at it. God. I mean, consistency. We're on the 10-minute mark, so this is gonna have to be JP zoned in, Ram zoned in. It's like who's, you know, it's like defending right now. So JP's defending very well right now. He has to defend at this point.
He is. I would think he's in defensive mode right now.
Yeah, Ram. Yeah, definitely. And again, these two guys definitely slowed down because MX has increased the gap now to 13 seconds.
Yep.
So even though MX did go off there, but he was still able to increase and maintain a gap here. Because at this point I can't see him in JP. So right now the
MX
battle
went off again.
So MX tire, something must be wrong with his tires.
Oh!
Is he complete? Oh, so now we have an accident between. What happened there? I'm not sure.
So I did see MX spin out, and he tried to re-enter. J-Dub and Ram Driver were both coming through.
Holy
so that'll just be something.
Oh, MX, something's wrong with MX. He's off the tire track again. So I'm not sure what's going on with MX. He might have some tire damage.
Yep.
I mean, some damage. Something's wrong with it. Something went haywire there. Something went to shit. Something had to go to shit.
Yeah. Oh, fully agreed. You know, MX was putting time in between him and JP. I think he was at 11 seconds or 12 seconds, and then I saw him spin out.
So what is that? Where is Ram now? Ram's in third.
Ram is first.
Ram is first. Okay. So let's go see. This has enough. No, Ram is in third right now. So JP is running first, I believe. And JP is in first by 10 seconds. Not sure what's going on here with my thing here, but JP as of right now is in first. And he is and still has MX in second, but he has a 9-second gap. So if JP can hold this for 7 minutes and 2 seconds, I think we might have our P1. Wow. So many changes of events here. So many changes of events.
Big change of events right there.
Wow. I think the Audi had a bad ending. Not sure what happened there.
Oh, and he spun out again. Something is definitely wrong with this car.
Twice. I mean, with that gap spread, I just thought like this. Remember, I was talking about this at the beginning of the damn race, pre-race. Yep. I've seen the craziest shit in the last minute of racing since we've been broadcasting, since we've been doing our series, especially with the Constructors title, and this was a prime example today. So I do apologize for the split session today. I had a power outage, but I'm just so glad I was able to capture this live, because god damn, that changed so fast. I mean, I thought MX was just unfortunate. It still shows him at 2 and Ram at 3, but god, man, MX had that gap where I just thought. Remember, JP led the race pretty much the whole way.
Most of the entire race, he was leading the race.
And then MX had it there at second, lasted for. And I thought with that gap increase, I thought he was able to close it. But this is racing, man. Anything happens, man. Anything happens. I don't care. GT3, GT4, Cup race.
Anything can happen. You know, and even with 5 minutes left, JP has a lot of damage to the front end.
I see. I'm looking at that right now. So now, because he's running a 135, so he's definitely driving conservative for that damage.
Yes.
Definitely. And again, these guys, and then not sure how much amount of fuel he might have left. I don't know if it'll show if I go inside the car. I'm looking at his fuel.
That's gonna be important too.
Let me see if I can see the fuel. I might be overlooking it. I can't tell. But definitely this change of events has happened a lot. Yeah,
No, what could have happened was the lack of fuel causes the car to get a little bit lighter, and MX might have been starting to spin out due to tire wear and the car getting lighter.
Dude, he's back on the grass again.
Is he? Yep.
Back on the grass. Just came back on. Again, still has him at second, so he might have a lap on Ram. So he's able to maintain that too, even with going off the track and everything.
Yep. And I can tell that JP is running a little more conscious right now. So we'll see what happens. We got MX off again. So it could be tire wear, it could be fuel. And Choco, if I'm not hearing you, so I'll go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
There we go. I got you.
Okay. Yeah, looks like Ram has closed the gap in on MX because he's now less than 7 seconds.
Yeah.
So he might be able to take 2.
And he has a minute 30 to do it.
Absolutely, absolutely. JP, I think JP ran away with this. Let me see. Let me make sure. Let me make sure. Because
he's in the chicane right now. He's definitely taking it cautious, but
I just want to make sure that he has enough time gap on there. Yeah, he's definitely got enough on MX. He can drive conservatively the whole way. So let's go back and go to that battle for with Ram and MX, because Ram is approaching MX there at 2.
Yep.
He has a less than 6-second gap. Yeah, MX is in sight. That's for sure. So JP's on the final lap, and if JP...
Oh, MX is on the grass again, just coming back on.
So now that allows Ram driver to close in on that. So now this is motivation for Ram to go ahead and get this 2. Right now he's approaching MX. He's going to battle MX for 2. And looks like Ram has the better tires and the better car response at this point.
Agreed. Yeah, I mean, there's just no damage for Ram. He's been consistent.
All MX can do at this point is defend as much as he can. Because the chicane right now.
The final turns right here to see what happens.
So it looks like JP's gonna finish this bad boy off.
Congrats to JP.
JP's gonna get that P1.
And last turn for MX and Ram. Let's see what happens.
So MX was able to hold. Yeah, MX is gonna give it everything at the end. MX is able to hold on to 2.
Ram third.
Ram third, and it's probably gonna be Tango in 4.
Yeah, so we got Tango coming up.
So congratulations to the podium. JP at 1, MX at 2, Ram driver at 3, followed by Tango at 4. So let's go ahead and see where Tango's at. Oops.
Oh, we're still going through this lap. This is one more lap for MX and Ram.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
it is.
shit.
And we got Ram breathing down MX's back.
Okay, well, hell, hold on, ladies and gentlemen. It's not over yet.
Get
Boy,
back
shut
in
your
seats.
mouth.
We're still driving.
Here we go. Here we go for 2.
It's
Listen.
on. He's right there.
MX is gonna have to defend the shit out of this last lap.
He's gonna need to drive
Because
Ram fast.
Ram is coming. He's going to have to defend the hell out of this car.
I mean, Ram is in position.
Ram is in beautiful position.
Taking the chicane well from both of them. So we'll see the double hairpins coming up.
Right here. Again, he's defending well.
Yep.
But now can Ram squeeze in on the inside there? Nope. Nope, because MX,
one last chance.
MX is going to defend it here. There's the exit here.
Ram hit his apex well, but
looks like MX is gonna get 2.
Yep.
So congratulations to the podium. JP at 1, MX at 2, Ram at 3. Why is this ending so fast? Oh no, well these 2 guys had to go through, yeah.
Yep.
So man, this was really good racing. Congratulations again to JP at 1 in the Lamborghini, and phenomenal racing. MX at 2 in the Audi, had issues there at the end, but nonetheless was able to maintain and hold on to that 2 and defend it for Ram, who came in at P3 in the Nissan. Ram also had a good ending towards the end there, but nonetheless we had changes of events at the end there. VR, what were your thoughts there at the end?
Oh my! I mean, that was just getting a nail biter. I'm sitting over here on the edge of my seat, just chewing on my nails. I mean, that was just madness.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. Listen, that we have witnessed this last season,
week in, week out.
Yes, this is these guys have already set the standards on both GT4, GT3, special events, soon to be cup races sometime this year. But these guys bring it every week, man, and I didn't expect anything less. And we're missing some front runners. We're missing some rabbits. Can you imagine having those rabbits on board today? I mean, of course, they had other things to do that couldn't make it today, unfortunately. But if they're here next week, or if they were here today, man, this was going to be heated battles everywhere, in my opinion. Being that there was Donington is a flow momentum track, is one of those tracks where
very much so.
The fast drivers they capitalized on these tracks. But man, what unfortunate events there at the end. But let me go ahead and try to get the podium on board, and let's hear from the drivers themselves and see, especially towards the end there. So we'll get JP, MX, and Ram. Do you have any of those guys on you that you can invite, or do you need me to go ahead and set that up?
Yeah, let me go ahead and invite them. Let me check if I have JP. I know I have MX and Ram.
Okay, if you don't have JP, let me know. I'll get JP on board. But in the meantime, I want to let everyone know, those that are viewing now, that are going to be viewing in the future, that we will be having a cash race at the end of this GT3 season. And the cash race,
have JP.
You don't? Okay, I'll get him in there. If you can get the other guys on board, that'd be great. In the meantime, we have the cash race announcement, which is going to be at the Nürburgring for 2 hours after our GT3 series. We have some sponsors that'll be donating as well, and that's going to be 105% cash race. So if you, the buy-in is $5 a driver, and again, we also have additional sponsors that are donating as well to the pot. So there will be 105% payout. So again, a $5 buy-in cash race, and if we do happen to have 30 drivers, more than 20, 30, 40, we will have 30-minute quality sessions to determine who the top 20 or who the 20 are going to be the race for the cash. So definitely looking at getting a huge pool in that one. So those that are interested and are considering wanting to be part of that, make sure you join our Discord. and we will post details on that as well. So let me go ahead and try to get JP on here, and get this interview going. Hopefully they're available for a post-race interview. And you were able to get the other two invites?
I did send them an invite.
You got it.
I would suggest going ahead and sending them another invite.
As well? Okay. Looks like MX might be on MX. Okay, I don't know if I have J Jelly. Damn it, where's he at? Who was it? J Jelly, JP? You have JP?
No,
okay.
I don't have JP.
Ah, God, I might not either. Okay, so you sent MX. Wait, I'm trying to see what JP's. We will get JP on board. Give me 1 second. Okay. All right, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. We are trying to get our post-race interview with our drivers. Give us one. Not sure if MX is up for an interview. No, I listen. I know you had a bad run there at the end, but we do have Ram. Ram, welcome, sir. Hey, congratulations on podium, man. Congratulations. VR, go ahead.
Right behind me here. I should be following you.
MX, welcome, sir. Hey, I didn't think he was gonna make it to the podium today. Hey, do one of you guys have JP? Yes. Oh, that would be greatly appreciated. Ram, bro, that Nissan has been vicious for you. That Nissan has been responding well, dude. And we'll get to MX because I know he probably has a whole bunch of shit to say, but dude, I know this. I do know this. You got I think if there would have been one more lap, and we'll hear from MX, but I know he was struggling in the Audi there at the end. But the way you were coming in that Nissan, it responded very well for you, man. But the way you were approaching it towards the end, the car was responding very well. What was your thoughts at that point?
Well, when I came out of the second time, I was between MX and JP, a lap down. So I just let JP go, and I was going to follow him the rest of the race. And then when that happened with MX spinning out, and that I went on a mission to try to get back around the track real quick.
And you did very well, man, because literally I went from like 40 seconds to 20 to like 10 to like, oh shit, we got a battle.
And I wasn't going to take that from MX. He had bad damage. So it's just finish the way we should.
Yeah, and it's racing. It's racing. But you know what? MX did what he had to do to stay there at 2. So it was definitely a change of events there in the last 5 minutes of the race for sure.
Why you never give that?
Oh, dude,
absolutely. Dude. You know, just at the very end of the race, there was a lot happening. Like last 10 minutes, there was a lot of action. I do want to say I had you Ram as my sleeper driver.
Yeah, I just didn't have the pace those two guys had.
Yeah,
toward the end of the race, I started getting more comfortable.
JP was running fast, MX running fast. I mean,
dude,
just
everybody,
aliens.
Everybody. So JP,
everybody.
You have JP here?
I'm trying to find him. I don't have him on my friends list for some reason.
But anyway, I'm sorry, I thought I saw JP pop up. But Ram, man, listen, I know you was concerned about the Nissan. I don't know if you had any concerns about how it would react in this track. How challenging was the 7-minute race? We'll start with the distance of the race, but did you have any issues with tires at all today?
Yeah.
So you probably had that strategy in place.
Well, I basically did as pit my first pit, and then the second pit I was going for like a 20-minute qualifier. Save the tires for it and go as fast as I could.
Well, it looks like it worked out just fine because it came down to the wire for that 2 spot, so that definitely worked out in your favor, man. But that Nissan responded very, very, very well for you today. Absolutely, it did.
It wasn't too bad. I wasn't real happy with it at the start of the race, but it came around.
Yeah, you started at 3, I think
so.
it was. So you started at 3 and finished at 3. That's freaking awesome.
Started at 4 and ended at 3.
Yeah. Oh, well, damn.
Hey,
JP,
congrats, JP.
congratulations on P1, sir.
Thanks.
Hey, listen, that was great racing from beginning to end. How challenging was the end there for you? I mean, I know you led the race most of the way there. What happened? Was it a pit stop thing, or where MX was able to go ahead and take that one? And after that, how challenging was the race there? Because there was a lot of change of events. MX was at 1, and then there was a big time gap, and then I was like, oh shit, he probably got this. And the next thing I know is you're in 1 when I had a little power outage. I mean, things changed in the last like 5-10 minutes of the race. What challenges did you see there in the last 10 minutes?
Yes, what an exciting race. Congrats to MX and Ram also for the podium. And good game, everyone. And everything was fine.
Yeah, I would say it was a wild one. Now did it cause a lot of issues with the car? Did the car sustain a lot of damage once you try to avoid MX? And if so, if any, did it cause any challenges after that incident where you had it like, okay, did you drive more conservative if there was any damage, or it was pretty much nothing too much happened and I was able to finish how I wanted? Yeah, absolutely. At that point, you could have, you did what you had enough, to do what you needed to do to go ahead and take that. But man, congratulations, JP. VR, man, what did you think for JP, man?
Oh yeah, I mean, I was just really impressed. After the wreck, after MX spinning out, and everybody kind of trading positions and battling. You actually already asked here, Choco. How the car was handling. Just trying to maintain through the chicanes, through the corners. It looked like you were maintaining pretty well. You were saying you're running out of fuel. How were you able to maintain that through the ending of the race there? Awesome, hey. Well, congrats.
Absolutely, congrats. MX, thanks, man. Congratulations on that P2, man. Hard fought P2, man. I know the race was going well, and I know shit happened. Fill us in, brother. What happened? I know you had a good time gap on there, and then next thing we know, shit went haywire. What happened in the car? Is there anything specific that went wrong, or the tires gave out on you? Did it go? What, if you don't mind filling us in on that? It's coming in broken up right now.
Yeah. Hold on.
I think he's pissed. Nah, he left. He's coming back. Ram. Okay, so JP and Ram. Oh, Ram. JP, man. Some until MX. Are you fixed?
He's still not here.
Okay, so Ram. watching JP do what he do every week, man, what challenges does that possess, especially getting a good qualification in the pre-races, you know, in qualification? How important is that when you deal with drivers like JP, MX, J-Mer, when J-Mer is battling with us? Drivers like to that nature, man. How important is qualification for you guys? Especially, you know, some are faster than others, but when it comes to I believe, in my opinion, qualification is very important, especially in these tracks and these races, man, because you gotta have, no matter if you're fast, because I've seen some drivers have a really good qualification, but then when it comes race time, just not what they were expecting, being with the kind of drivers we have here. But man, I think placing that qualification is very important, especially when you're competing against JP, because just trying to keep him in sight is challenging enough. So I think placing in that nice qualification, if anything does happen, puts you in the right spot.
That better?
Make up a half a second.
Man, that's a lot.
Now I can hear y'all.
And if you qualify way back, you lose 4 or 5 seconds trying to get up at the first lap. You're pretty much behind.
Absolutely. But MX, listen,
qualifying is.
absolutely, especially tracks like this, Brands Hatch, Masano, stuff like that, where you don't have a lot of opportunities to overtake. But it looks like we may have MX back. MX, you back, brother?
I am back.
Man.
No, the incident
ahead,
that ended up starting the whole deal that let them kind of catch back up in the first place, somebody was coming out of the pits. And instead of kind of hanging to the outside at the last minute, they veered right to the inside line and made me have to spin the car. Was what it was. On the second one, dude just wouldn't move out of the way. He braked in those fast ones, and it caused me to have to brake and try to miss him, and I spun. Then I just had to sit there and wait because I didn't want to move, and then them guys come through and hit me, and then it happened anyways.
Nonetheless, it was great racing. Unfortunate shit happens sometimes in racing, and we've seen this, man. We've seen this. We broadcasted it ourselves. Just when you think it's over, no, hell no. Shit happens. But listen, that battle between you and Ram Driver at the end there, that was a hard fought too. Especially having to deal with what you had to deal with towards the end there. Keeping that 2 and defending that from 2. What challenges? That was a challenge in itself from Ram.
The car itself was like driving a Yugo on one wheel.
Yeah.
It wouldn't turn. It wouldn't do anything. I was just holding on for dear life just to milk the car to the end of the race.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you had a lot of damage. I mean, I seen you kissing the wall a lot there. I told VR, I said, once you're in the grass, man, it's gonna suck to get back on the track. But
it is hard on this track to get back.
How much damage did the car sustain at that point towards the end?
Shoot, I had over a minute's worth of damage after that.
Oh, goodness, yeah. At that point, you got.
I'm surprised it didn't make me just put the car in the pits, but thankfully it let me actually finish the race.
Well, the car survived enough to keep Ram from 2, in my opinion, from what I saw, man. I
think he may have just let me have that.
Could have been a possibility. Only Ram knows. But nonetheless, it was still a hard fought too.
It was
the damage that you sustained. But man, it was great racing from beginning to end. And I don't think I saw anything where I would say any driver did better than the other at this point with the front runners, because everything was it was good racing today. I wish absolutely having 20 on the grid is a lot better than 9, but nonetheless, we had great racing today, man, and I think we had a great race. And then next week we'll be at where are we going next week? We are going to Zolder for a 60-minute one-stop. Now, I know everybody ran on full fuel today, so I know that was challenging in itself, having fully loaded, heavy-ass cars. But next week we go to fixed fuel for 25 seconds at one stop. So. What are we looking for at Zolder, gentlemen? Because that's one of my favorite tracks, Zolder.
A good time.
Absolutely. And at least it won't be that bad of a pit stop fiasco with only one stop. But man, I'm looking forward to it. Next week we'll be at week 6, and we'll be 2 weeks, and then we'll have 2 more weeks left, and then we'll finish up our GT3 season, and then we'll begin our cash race. So I already let everyone know about the cash race, which I think is, what, 2 weeks after the GT3 series. So we're in the process of getting everything going here. So, gentlemen, congratulations today on your
Congrats.
podium. MX, hard fought too, but nonetheless, you got it in. And JP, job well done, sir. Again.
Yes, sir.
And then
Definitely.
next week, we'll go to Zotter. I expect nothing less. The viewers expect nothing less. Gentlemen, thank you again for good, clean racing today. And VR, thank you for joining me today, sir. But gentlemen, thank you. Congratulations on podium, and we'll see y'all next week at the Zotter.
Yeah, sure.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
See you guys at Zolder.
Yes, sir. All right, all right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so this is Choco 2225 from IRL. Tune in next week, same time, 3 p.m. Don't know if we're going to be broadcasting GT4s anymore. On Thursdays, might finish, still in debate. I'm not sure yet, but definitely on Sundays, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you tune in. I want to thank VR for joining me today. He may be in the booth next week along with Rig Pig, but I know Rig Pig will probably be here next week. But thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And again, I'll see y'all next time at the Zotter. And if you're interested in joining our league and being part of a great organization, make sure you follow us on our Discord. And again, I'll see y'all next week at Zotter. This is Choco 2225 from IRL, signing out.